Welcome to the Get Ready With Me story time from Myrtle Beach. So I'm going to start off with, we have never been on vacation with Sunny before. She is going to be 17 months next week, so I always envisioned myself going on vacation and like putting her on a plane really young, but it just never happened. Newborn vibes got real weird. Honestly, it was really hard. So moving forward, our longtime friend Dale, hold on, because my dog wants to get out. Stand by. My long-term friend Dale now lives in South Carolina, about 2 hours away from Myrtle Beach. So that is why we decided to do Myrtle Beach. And when I say we, it's pretty much me, Josh, Sunny, our best friend Shauna, and Sal, and their 6-month-old baby. It was supposed to be my best friend Marissa and Frankie, but family emergency, they couldn't come. And then our friend Jess. So the plan was we got an Airbnb in North Myrtle Beach, a block away from the beach, so that was pretty cool. We are very much beach people, so we were really excited about kind of like doing something summery right when summer ends. That way it can kind of like allow summer to live on. Like legit couldn't wait. We got everything together, and mind you, money, not that it's been an issue for all of us, but just, yeah, it's been an issue for a lot of us. Like, we don't really have much between me and Josh with the house and the bills, and Shauna and Sel just having a baby and her not working. So this was kind of a trip that we didn't really have any business going on money-wise, but we were like, you know what, fuck it. It's our one trip for the entire year. So pretty much we get on the plane. Sunny does amazing. And when I say amazing, like, we were just kind of trying to keep her busy with A, B, C, and D. I heard that you were supposed to feed them like milk or something like to sip on when we take off and come down so their ears don't pop. So me, not knowing, I gave her so much milk because it was milk time, and then I gave her a little bit more because she finished it before we took off. So I didn't want her ears to pop. We gave her milk, we gave her snacks, we gave her dinner, and then we flew. Fast forward to coming down from the plane, about to land, she pukes everywhere. Like, she's never thrown up before. So she pukes all over me, all over Josh, all over herself. There's not one barf bag. So we're like, alert, alert, we need help. So the flight attendant shouldn't even be walking because we are coming down and everybody needs to be seated with their seatbelts. Runs over, gives us napkins, paper towels. I am now in tears because she's screaming because obviously she's never thrown up before. And it was just like, it was a lot. So now we all smell like milk and turkey meatballs and Annie's cheddar bunnies. And we don't really know what to do. So now everybody on the plane, nice enough, is like, guys, let them off first, because we literally are covered in vomit. So now the aisles are like parted seas as we like walk down like the walk of shame. And I'm crying, Sunny's crying. It's the most dramatic thing and embarrassing thing ever. It was crazy. And mind you, it's like 8 p.m. right now, so it's past her bedtime. All we need to do is just get to the Airbnb, change, shower, and get her to sleep. Sidebar, she's on such a routine. She goes to sleep at 7. So like this was already kind of in my mind that like, I don't know how this is gonna work when she's usually in bed by 7 and we're not gonna get there until like 8:30, but we're winging it. So now we're winging it plus full of vomit. We get a rental car and get in the car, probably like a half hour to the Airbnb. Now the Airbnb on the pictures was very like, you know, beach shacky. So like beach shacky is not luxurious in any sense. It's more like beach vibes, which we're fine with. We don't need anything like luxurious, brand new, anything like that. So we get there and now our friend Dale is already there, and she kind of warned us that it's like kind of really old looking. So we're like, oh, she's just being dramatic. So we get there. It is really old looking, but it's also very like friggity. Like it's just, but honestly, we were covered in vomit. We had to put Sunny's pack and play in a room and just get her to sleep because she was just beside herself, crying the whole car ride. So anyway, so we put her to sleep. Thank God she goes to sleep. We're eating some pizza, drinking some beers, and we start seeing cockroaches. So there's cockroaches dead on the floor. And now every 15 to 16 minutes, we keep seeing new dead ones like appear, which makes me think they fumigated like right before, which also would make sense because the windows were open when we got there. The windows were open. The door was like unlocked, no deadlock. There was a broken mirror downstairs. The chairs were broken. Like the leg was literally falling off. And now there's live cockroaches just like, I'm gonna like insert a video. Live cockroaches behind the TV. Now we're all literally panicking and we're like, we're not gonna be able to sleep. The babies are sleeping, thank God. It is now midnight and now we're all so much in our heads because there's cockroaches everywhere. It's literally so dirty. Like we actually couldn't believe it. I've stayed at so many Airbnbs before and this has never happened to me. Fast forward to like sleeping arrangements. Our one friend Jess literally slept on a chair on a tarp because we were so freaked out. Josh slept in the van. Sal slept on the couch, like sitting position. Me, I was like, I need to go to sleep. I have the baby. Like, it's been a long day already. So I just like laid in the bed in the same room as Sunny. And like, it was almost like I was in a coffin because I was just like, you're always almost like waiting for the cockroaches to like appear or like be on your face. So mind you, that was not sleep because you're like up every 5 minutes wondering if the cockroach is gonna come. So we all agree, which is good, that we cannot stay here. We need to get a refund. We need to find another spot to stay. So we basically messaged the Airbnb host and basically said, it's infested with cockroaches. It was clearly fumigated right before the windows were open, so clearly it was fumigated. We have small children. This is unsanitary. Honestly, the cockroaches is all that matters, but we added the broken mirror, the broken chairs. He responds with, send some pictures. So of course, we send videos, pictures. There's like 25 different cockroaches in 25 different spots. We just want a refund so we can go somewhere else. Mind you, this is day one. So we're like, Airbnb actually contacts us. So I spoke to Airbnb on the phone. They said that they would add it to the document of whatever that host is, give us a full refund. So we got a full refund. And then of course the Airbnb host says, since you got a full refund, I would really appreciate it if you didn't leave a negative review, whatever. So we didn't want to play with fire. We just kind of wanted our refund. Mind you, this was a $2,400 Airbnb. $2,400 for literally old roaches, broken chairs and mirrors. I actually still can't believe that this guy is out there renting this house. Honestly, I don't even know. But anyway, so we go to a hotel. It's like an Airbnb, it's through Airbnb, but it was more of like a hotel resort vibe. So we're like, you know what, this is great. We'll get the amenities. Like, you know, there was a pool, a little restaurant downstairs, convenience store, literally right on the beach. So you have like beach access. So we go to the new spot. It's actually so cute. It's a lot smaller, but at that point, we just wanted it to be clean and to feel comfortable like sitting on the couch. So we did. But cue the rain. Cue the rain, cue the hurricane and tropical storm that was about to touch down in South Carolina. Pretty much rained the entire time. I will add a video. We tried our best to make the best of it, but it was honestly so hard because all of us, I think, did a really, really amazing job, like trying to make the best of it. You know, all of us, once the kids went to sleep at 7 o'clock, we just, you know, had beers and we definitely laughed and we had funny moment. That was like obviously the highlight of the trip, like just spending time together, because obviously as you grow up and like everybody kind of does their own thing and buys a house and has kids, you don't really see each other as much. So I feel like this was like the main reason for the trip. We had as much fun as we possibly could. Now, fast forward to the end of the trip, it was like a 4-day trip. So Monday, our flight was at 3:15 and we were gonna be like arriving home at around 5 something, because it was only like an hour and 40 minutes. So that was like the amazing part. So it's Monday, we're about to fly. Love you guys, but we can't wait to get home. It's been a long time. It's been 4 days, almost 5 days, and we gotta go. So we get to the airport maybe like an hour and a half earlier than we should have, because we just kind of had nothing else to do. You know that feeling when you're like, all right, I think I'm done. I've checked out of the hotel, gotta go to the airport, whatever. We walk around a bit, get some snacks. We're chilling by the gate. Mind you, this is Frontier. I've flown Frontier once before in my life and I never had a bad experience. I have traveled the entire world pretty much and I've never had a bad experience. I went to China, I moved to China, I backpacked across Europe for 3 months, went to Hawaii alone, stayed at hostels. Maybe that's a whole nother story vlog, but never in my life have I ever had an experience like this. We're about to board. They take our car seats, they take our strollers, so we just have kids. Sunny is walking now, so she doesn't want to be held, she doesn't want to sit, she wants to walk, she wants to run. She can't walk and run in an airport because she's going to be A, kidnapped, or B, hurt herself, or C, I don't know. She needs milk. Like, I don't have milk for her because I assumed we would be home by now. So they say boarding is going to be a half hour late. Boarding is going to be 45 minutes late. So now we're sitting there. Boarding is going to be an hour late. We're sitting there. Now everybody in the gate is like, oh, they're going to cancel. They're going to cancel. So now we're all like, shut the fuck up. They're going to cancel the flight. Now what? So now all the older people are like, yeah, but then they have to put us on another plane. Let's just stay positive. And honestly, throughout this entire trip, we've had so much practice staying positive. So we were just like, it's fine. The flight's not going to be canceled. It's just going to be delayed, whatever. Mind you, we all have work the next morning. Guys, what the fuck am I going to do if it's canceled? Like, what are we going to do? There's people fighting with the gate people. Just tell us if it's canceled. Like, that way we can figure something else out. We have to figure out another flight. The people at the gate were like, we can't tell you it's canceled until 6:35. So now I feel like us and everybody else was like, okay, they can't tell us till 6:35. That's super annoying, but we're staying positive. So maybe at 6:35, it won't be canceled. Their reasoning for all of this was there was something wrong with the AC. So we kindly asked, obviously, for the stroller back so we can use it and the car seats. So everybody kind of has a feeling that it's going to be canceled, but we're just, again, staying positive because what the fuck else are we going to do? Now we're all so annoyed. We're so upset. We honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain our feelings, but 6:35 comes, we get a text message, your flight is canceled. Now everybody's in an uproar, literally an uproar. So now we rush online to see if there's any other flights. There's one flight, Spirit, that night. It's sold out. It's sold out. There's not one seat. Not one. So now we're all starting to panic and we're like, okay, that's the only flight. What's another flight? Another flight. Tomorrow, Delta and Spirit. They price gouged it because it was originally not this much. It was $550 a person. So between taxes and paying for the carry-ons that we had, it would have costed us like $2,200 to have that flight. So we said, abso-fucking-lutely not. We are not spending that much money to get on this plane. So we all look at each other and we're like, we have to drive. I'm like, guys, no, we cannot drive. And then we all look at each other again. What is another option? What else are we gonna do? So we're like, oh my God, that's it. That's our only other option. So we run downstairs, we go to Enterprise, we need a car to get to New York. Mind you, it's an 11-hour drive, okay? We live on Long Island, we are in South Carolina. No cars, no cars. So then we go to the next line. The man is at the counter. There's 25 people behind us. He's like, I'm sorry, like I can't do that. Like we only are giving cars away to people that are just coming back here. Please, we're begging. We have kids. Our flight was canceled. They're not putting us on another flight. We have no other way home. We cannot spend $3,000 like on a flight for tomorrow, which means we would have had to stay at a hotel. So then finally he's like, okay, I'll see what I can do. Gets us in a minivan. Honestly, he was an angel because the hurricane has begun. The hurricane has begun. So we rotate who's driving between Josh and Sal and Shauna. That's who pretty much drove. Presley, which is the 6-month-old, cried for like 45 full minutes with like us all just silently like in the car like fuck. She's 6 months old, we get it, and there's nothing you can do. They're in a car seat, you're driving, you can't take them out of the car seat, you just have to wait. So eventually she stopped crying. The best part about this whole problem was when we were going to be driving home was the bedtime of the kids. So we were just crossing our fingers that they would just sleep through the night like as they do at home. So Sonny was in the car seat next to me and I was literally like hip to hip with the car seat because of the room that we had in the back. So the uncomfortability alone was crazy. There was one person that had to sit on like the inside of the 2 seats in the front on the floor. With the hurricane, it took us 14 hours to get home. So the babies woke up and there were still 2 hours until we were home. None of us slept, like little like falling asleep, because we were also scared about whoever was driving because it was literally a tropical storm. Like you couldn't even see in front of you. We got home and literally rolled around on the grass because we were that excited to be home. I've actually never felt the way that I felt during that car ride. I almost felt like I was in a nightmare and I was never gonna be able to get out. It was almost like we just felt like we were never gonna get home. And that feeling alone is really, really, really scary because, hold on, contouring my nose. Losing control in general is not a nice feeling for any human being, but just like having kids almost just brings it to another level. Like, again, I've traveled so much. Like, listen, if shit happens, like I've been on a 24-hour flight before, dirty with elephant shit all over me because of Thailand, and like you just figure it out. And like I've never gotten homesick before. Like I'm cool with that kind of stuff. It's just with the kids, after making the best out of something for an amount of time, you kind of just want to go home, and it was almost like we couldn't get home. Like, how the fuck did this happen? Because so we finally got home at around 10 a.m. We obviously all had to call out of work the next day, which was unfortunate. But mind you, we got home and it wasn't just like, oh, we got home and it took 14 hours. Like, oh, we got home, it took 14 hours, and now the kids are awake because they slept, thank God. So you have to like take care of kids for the rest of the day. I had to call my Nana, she helped. So Frontier has still not refunded us for the flight. We contacted them to try to like let them know that the fact that they didn't put us on another plane when we have children, and then we kind of got stuck and had to like literally drive in a hurricane with kids, like all in all was just not right, and we should get some apology or reimbursement of some sort. Like I've traveled the world, dude. I've been in Russia, I've been in China, I've been in Thailand, I've been in Hawaii, I've been all around Europe. Literally in a bus in Europe in the middle of the night getting to our random Airbnbs, like had to walk from hostel to hostel. Like, I can't tell you how shocked I was that going to South Carolina was the reason why I had to deal with something like this. Out of all places, South Carolina? Are you kidding? So obviously we're home and we're fine. Mentally, maybe we're not fine, but also, on a better note, I did get my hair done. I got 4 inches cut off. I got bangs. Do you ever feel like you actually hate your hair? Like, my hair is my personality. So when I don't like my hair, it's like major. I feel like September just started, and not for nothing, even though when you're not in school, September just feels like you're going back to school. Like, you need those new like clothes, new nails, new hair. I feel like the beginning of September is almost like more new year, new me rather than like January 1st. I had a little bit of a rebrand with my hair, which I'm literally obsessed with it. My aunt does my hair. She's been doing my hair for like 20 years. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. I think we did a really good job of trying to make the best of it, and we were all really patient, and we all like pretty much didn't fight, which is crazy. Back to regular scheduled programming. So yeah, I'm really excited about this new chapter, this new season. I feel like the fall is literally a rebrand. My birthday's in the fall, and then holidays, and I have something that I've been really working on, so that's been really motivating, and it's like my goal for the season. All in all, life is good. So cheers. Happy Friday.